I have a brother. He's a really hothead. He'll snap right there. You know, but you give him 2-3 days, he'll come back on a, yo, bro, I don't, this is my feelings. I love you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And time went by and it healed. Sometimes time does not heal.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's why, like you said, Deshaun knew something was wrong with Theon, and he kept poking and poking until Theon told him what was wrong. Right? Some people, like you said, they don't care about the relationship, so they won't ask. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you start seeing your friend's tendencies. He doesn't even care. He didn't even ask me. And he knows how I feel.
Is that a friend?
If you're gonna ask me,
yeah,
the type of friend. If me and Steph, no.
I'm saying, is that a friend? If,
I'm gonna put me
if they know that you're upset, they don't care to fix the problem at all.
Okay, but you're assuming that they would know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And what Steph's kind of saying is that sometimes we don't know, because like I think sometimes we get into in friendships. This is how I would move if I was you,
and that's my problem. I'll tell you that right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
swear to God.
If I was you, I wouldn't be acting like this.
Yeah.
You're acting like a bitch because I wouldn't act like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not you.
Right.
I actually don't know what you're going through. So it's like, sometimes you have to walk me through that.
Yeah.
Because even the other day, I was visualizing like how one of my friends could have been mad at me over time, but I actually never put myself in his shoes because I was thinking about it from my perspective. Yo, if I talk to the girl that you talk to, if you talk to the girl that I talk to, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah. But vice versa.
But not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you talked to her back in the day, it wasn't that serious. Like, you're really holding on to this? Whereas with me, if we never were serious, it's not that serious to me.
Yeah.
If you found love with her, that's you guys found love is for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that's me. That's not everybody.
Yeah.
So I think we do that a lot of times with our friends. We're like, but if it was me, I wouldn't act like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think that means knowing our friend, but it's not really knowing our friend. It's knowing ourselves and putting what we would do onto our friend.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
You say you do that too, Fred?
Yeah. I'd be like, yo, listen, I'm allowed to swear on it?
Yeah, brother.
I'm a real nigga. Shit, I'm a real. So if I'm a real nigga, I'm like, I'm a real nigga. You should be one.
Right.
We're that tight.
Do you feel like that's a toxic thing though?
Like I said, it could be. I don't know, right? Because if I'm gonna move different in a situation, and then the situation comes on your end now, I would expect you to move like how I move.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But like Sean just said, not everybody is built like that. Believe it or not, like we're all cut from a different cloth.
100%.
Right? So like some of us are a little more emotional than others. Where I'm not that emotional. I'm only emotional when it comes to certain things.
You know what's funny?
Well, talk to me.
Most of the real niggas that I know are the emotional ones.
I'm telling you, my brother, like, believe it or not, like, we will get into a heated argument.
Right.
And I know him.
Off a principle.
Yes, he needs 2-3 days. 2-3 days he's called, I love you, bro, this and that. I'm like, nigga, I moved on. I'm good.
See, that's the thing.
But that's the love I have. I'm not going to hold those feelings. It's the same thing as, like, all my dogs. Like, we could be mad right now, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we're just a little bit stubborn. I'm stubborn. I'll tell you guys that right now. Everybody knows that. Don't nothing. But, like, eventually I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I see, as I'm getting older, like Sean said, we're leveling up. When I was younger, I'm not talking to you.
There's no talking to him.
I'm not talking to you. I'm moving on.
8 months though.
Is there a period of time that is, or is just
brother? You not hearing? You hear what I said? I'm moving on. But like Sean said, we become grown man. We level up, and I look at my mistakes a lot. I might not talk about it.
Right.
I'll lose sleep on it.
Right.
You know.
Actually,
I'll try to block.
Yeah.
Not knowing where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just aimlessly. Yeah.
Exactly, and then be like, fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, my problem right with that is I gotta address it before it gets worse.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
How do you guys, as men, how do you think that we move on from this? Like, where we kind of like, it becomes first nature to like put it into our head that, yo, let me think about how he would think. Because like we never, like you said, we always like,
it's secondary for sure.
Yeah, I would do this, so he should do this. Like, how do we put it in our head so we can be better for our friends in terms of like thinking of putting them first, putting yourself in their shoes?
I think that goes back to the ideal of knowing your friends. If you're gonna know them for real, know them, right? Down to not just the surface stuff of what they do, or oh, I know they're in this area of their life or whatever. Just, you gotta know your friends, right? Especially when it comes down to tendencies. If you guys know that, you know, Terrell is a person that is, or even leveled up from that, for example. But just even going back to that, just got us, we're not talking. Now you got to do your due diligence on making sure that he's. Doesn't matter if he doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
you have to make sure that he hears you.
And I know we know each other long enough, so we know each other's. Like, we kind of know our thought process. But I mean, we're growing up, so it's like,
and we're still
everything's changing,
and we're still changing, right? And I think a big part of what you're saying is just like listening to your friend, right? Like even like when I listen to you speak, I know something that's very important to you is your family.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So like when you speak, you'd be like, "Yo, can you believe this person never checked for my son, or never checked for my, never checked for like."
That's crazy.
Oh,
that's crazy.
We gotta cut that.
Don't look over here.
No, remember.
Hold on.
Run that back.
That's fine.
Run that.
It's fine. There's edits. There's edits. Go ahead. Continue. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Yeah, flow back in, big dog.
I forgot we could cut it.
So okay, let it flow, fam. Let it flow.
No, even when it comes to like our relationship, like when I listen to you speak, you talk about, what's important to you. And you'd be like, "Yo, can you believe this person never checked for my son?" So when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, okay, checking for Theon's sons is important to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we have to see that.
It's like note-taking on each other.
Yeah, right? Even like, sometimes I talk to Freck. Freck is very much
Who's that?
Terrell.
Oh.
Jimmy.
The one with the freckles.
That's what I said. We're about to go.
No, but because no. I said Terrell, Jimmy.
Right.
And now this man's just exposing man. Well, go by Freck. Go, continue.
I can't say Freck.
I mean, it's not.
No, you can. It's not. It's not.
Right there.
Continue, Fruity. My bad.
Yeah, even when you talk to Terrell will be like, "Yo, can you believe I did this for somebody?" And I asked him for one thing, and he can't even do it for me.
Yeah.
So Terrell's very much if you ask him to show up for you,
make sure
he's gonna show up for you. But if he
like
asks you for something, he doesn't ask for much.
I was about to say I don't ask for much.
He doesn't ask for much. So you got to show up. It could be toxic in some ways because the man could say, "Yo,"
and I told you that, but I admitted it.
You said maybe. I don't know. No, but okay. So to that point, Tashawn, do you feel like, to a degree, how do I want to word this now? Okay, so for example, you showing up. Do you feel like that's counting favors?
I wouldn't say it's counting favors. Like, I feel like friendship is not about counting favors. It's about an energy.
Right.
It's about, does this person have me in the way that I have them, but not in a way where it's like 1 versus 6 or 7 versus 2. Because it's just sometimes the nature of the friendship is I might ask you for more because I need more from you in a certain area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The example I was giving to you guys the other day is I felt guilty asking you guys to come to my panels, come to my events, come to these things because you guys are not doing those same things.
Right.
So it's like I'm asking you to show up for me all the time, but you don't have those same things for me to show up to.
Right.
But I'll stop you there. Maybe not in like that same regard.
So I was gonna get to that. I was actually gonna get to that, but I was saying there's different ways I can show up for you. But there's no way we could ever measure that 1-to-1.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like Theon could come to my panel sometimes, but then I also could pull up to his crib and spend time with him and his family.
Showing up.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me showing up maybe on his end, but him showing up for me on mine is something completely different.
Not really. Because if you look at, like, that's what you got going on. Family, man. You showed up to his family, man. For my family, you showed up. You threw up to a Thanksgiving dinner. The same thing. You might just hold it at a higher regard because it's an actual event, but we hold it as that's our event.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not 6-1, 1-6, or how you value it or however you look at it. It's pretty much the same thing in our eyes. Like, like you showed up for our family, we can show up for you. That's all it comes down to.
I think it's about balance. Like, if somebody's not pouring into you the same way, like, I could go to 8 of his events and he comes to like check me one time. I'm not looking at it like, all right, he owes me now. He owes me 7. But I know that in return, if I'm like, yo, okay, I got this going on, whatever, I know.
He'll make it consider that.
Yeah, no questions asked. He's gonna be there.
Okay, so cool. That rolls into my kind of next question in a sense. How do you approach a one-sided friendship?
That's a good question. I'll make one of these guys start while I can think about that.
I'll go right here.
How do you approach it? I think you address it, right? You just address that because one-sided friendship has like this feeling of, And sometimes the thing that's interesting about one-sided friendship too is that it could look one-sided on your end, but it also could feel one-sided to the other person too.
So, sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to kind of give a context to that question as well. Now, we know what the right thing to do is, and that's address it. But let's talk. You know what I'm saying? As urban men, black men, right? We know that we do a lot of
really addressing it.
Cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, this person not mess with us like we thought. Dash that to the side. Whatever relationships however we deal with relationships, right? So I know how the proper way it would be, right? But I'm saying we deal with these people all the time, right? Where, like you said just now, right? That's what made me think of that. What you said just now is like different perspectives. You know what I mean? Will lead you down a path that how could you not see it my way, right?
Honestly, like when you speak about that, it's interesting. You said like as black men, you think like we just cut it off. And for me, there's one friend in particular that I was in a one-sided friendship with for years. And I didn't cut it off because I was almost delusional to it. Like I was ignoring it. I was trying to pretend it doesn't. I was just kind of saying like I was resentful, but I stayed in it. You know what I mean? Like I just felt like I was paying for stuff. I was reaching out. I was trying to help this person.
But it bothered you at the time.
It bothered me, but it was like, nah, like our energy is good. Our vibe is amazing.
It's my dog.
That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all that stuff doesn't matter. That's my dog. But as time goes on and on and on, it's like, you know, deep down in your soul when something's off and something's wrong with the friendship. But I kept on pushing through. It's like a toxic, even romantic relationship.
100%.
It's like someone's just dealing with you dirty, but you just stick in it. And that's what I did for a really long time. So it wasn't even like I was like, yo, I'm done. I was more so like, because sometimes you have so much love for somebody, it's hard to just, it's hard to just cut them off. Like that's somebody you've known for years and like you've been through stuff together. It's very hard to just be like, yo, I'm done with you. Right? So for me, it's like, sometimes we just sweep it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist and resent them on the low. And that's what I did for a long time. I was mad about it. I talked to my other friends about it. I'd be like, can you believe this?
But like we always do that though, and that's what I'm getting to. What's the healthy? I understand the healthy choice, but we always kind of fall back into those tendencies.
I find it's a hard topic. Like I feel like I've done both, where I've like had the tough conversation, and kind of just like sometimes I feel like it just weeds itself out too. Like obviously the right thing to do is have the conversation, but like for instance, I feel like over time, like the communication kind of slows down and
like it waited out in a sense.
Almost like I feel like you were still pouring into it, but I feel like naturally we kind of just, for me at least, I kind of just push those kind of relationships out sometimes if it's one-sided and I feel like you don't have me the way I have you. And another situation, like I kind of addressed it and then it was like left in the air. Like, oh yeah, I'll get back to this. And it never came back to me. So like even for me, I don't even know the right way to do it. Because I tried both and it's like neither one. I know like just slowly weeding people out is not healthy. But then I tried to go the healthy route and nothing came of it. You know what I mean?
What was the healthy route?
Like addressing the matter and like bringing it up and trying to talk about it. But like I said, it was like kind of like, I'll get back to you. We'll talk about this another time.
So they're pushing you to the side.
Literally, that's what it was. They kind of weeded me out because in my head, I'm like, all right, I took the first step. You know what I mean? I put my pride aside and I tried to address the issue. I'm not going back to talk about it again, right? But never came back. So now it's just.
So how did everybody feel about that? So I'll start with you again after that, but. You give it the one shot, put your pride aside. Is the wall back up after that, or do you care to try it again? Like, what would be your method in that?
That's a great question, though, just to echo that, because we do this thing where it's like, we tried once,
yeah,
didn't work, all right, try it.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's done.
Yeah, but then at that point, do you value the friendship?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, my love for those people is still there. The communication will never cut off. Like, if you called me tomorrow and said, hey, let's actually dive into that conversation that you had with me, or you tried to start with me, I'm not gonna ever turn it down. I'll still have the conversation. I won't be like resentful, be like so much months or whatever days has passed. I'm not having the conversation. I'll still do it.
Right.
But yeah. I don't know.
What was the question?
So essentially, no, I got you. So essentially, just piggybacking off of Theon's last thought, is one chance putting your pride aside, um, the end all be all for you until that person reaches back out. Not to say that you're cutting the friendship off, but you doing that first step to put your pride aside, ask that for the rekindling portion of your whatever problem you have, or is there more?
I'm a very prideful person.
Oh, you mentioned
right. Yeah, no. And if I put my pride aside, you should know it means a lot when I'm coming to you, having a conversation or whatever the case may be. You guys you were saying weeding out friends and all that stuff. My circle is short. That we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you die or I die.
We're locked in.
We're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Acquaintances, like I told you from the jump, I don't care for them.
Mm-hmm.
We talk or whatever it is, what it is. But my circle is short. If I know I messed up with the circle that I have, I'll reach out eventually. I'm getting better at it, but I'll reach out. We'll have a conversation. We'll do what we do.
We'll give him that. He is.
Right.
Yeah.
But the people that I have as my friends, I care for them. So if I care for you, I'm gonna do what I can to make the relationship better.
Man will
Trying, do whatever I gotta do.
So there's no limit for you.
For the circle that I have,
No.
That's it. Like
Friends.
I said, you die, I die. That's it. Or I die. You go first. I'll be at your funeral. You know what I mean? but that's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to put that.
Okay, Deshaun.
I think, yeah, kind of piggybacking off what Terrell said is like, I don't think there's a limit to how far we could go to try.
Did you always feel that way?
No. But like, I gotta think about it. It's like, there's a lot of other things we would go so hard for in life. Like if there's like a job I really wanted.
You're checking back every day.
Like I keep checking and be reaching out. Like someone said, yo, I have a link for you.
You never see the sign.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, if somebody tells me they have a link for me and I really want the thing, I'm going to hit them up till they tell me, leave me alone.
You're there.
Because you told me.
For sure.
You told me you had a link for me. So it's like when it comes to our friendship, you told me we were friends. So until you tell me that's not what it is, or we come to an agreement on how we're moving forward, I feel like I'm going to try. Because that's so I can leave it in my heart being like I did everything I could. But there's this pride thing we have within us when it comes to friends sometimes, where it's like, yo, I reached out to them once, they didn't hit me back, I'm done trying. But it's like, there's sometimes where I feel like we would never do that in a romantic relationship.
Shit. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? We would never do that to a woman we were talking to. Try one time and say, yo, I'm done with you forever.
For sure.
Never. So it's like, how are we going to treat our friend like that? Probably somebody who we've known for years. From sandbox times or from teenage years, that's how we're really treating our people. To me, it's like, that's not right. We gotta give it our all. And it hurts sometimes. Putting your pride and ego aside sucks.
So I'm completely opposite from all you guys. Because I'm not a low maintenance guy.
I was about to tell you, you're low maintenance. So.
I feel like if you cross me, you must have done a lot to cross me because I'm low maintenance, right? So I feel like a lot of things don't get to me, right?
But when it does.
But boy, when it does, for lack of better terms, it touches me, dog. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, I really feel.
Brother, I feel you looking at me like that. I get it, bro.
So I just feel like even when that happens, cool. You have your perspective. I have my perspective. I will reach out to you and I'm going to pour the heart out. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable with my friends. But after that one, boy, I'm falling back. Because I feel like if it's not reciprocated at some point, I did all of this. Now, I feel it's genuine. Now, to somebody else, it may not be, or they're just not ready, whatever the case is. But I know I'm not healthy in that sense, but only because, and it won't take me long, right? Like I said, I've gotten better with it in terms of how long it may take me or whatever, and I continue speaking to somebody, but I'll bring it up. You know what I mean? It won't that you won't have to drag something out of me. But at the same time, it's like, bro, when I do express it,
hear me good.